Hi friends, I'm going to read you a book about frogs. Frogs are an amphibian. We know that because there are a few amphibians. They go through a specific life cycle where the eggs are typically laid in the water, and then when the baby of an amphibian is born, it's breathing through gills. And then as it matures to become an adult, it switches into having lungs and being able to breathe above the water. So it's very unique. They seem very similar to reptiles, but they are quite different. So we're going to read this book on frogs. It's a National Geographic Kids book. It's really cool because it's a level 1 book. That means that you'll be able to read it very soon if you can't already read it on your own. I love National Geographic. Frogs by Elizabeth Carney. On here you'll see a table of contents. Table of contents tells you where you can find what chapter of information. So if I stop reading at frog babies, I know that I would want to do my next chapter in toads or frogs too, and I could skip over to page 28. So a table of contents is very useful. Splash, splish, splash. What is that sound? What is hopping and jumping around? What loves to swim? What loves to eat bugs? It's a frog. Can you hop like a frog? Frogs live all over the world, except Antarctica. Frogs usually live in wet places. They like rivers, lakes, and ponds. But some frogs live in trees. Some even live in the desert. Frogs can be found all over the world. Wherever they live, that is their habitat. A habitat is the natural place where a plant or animal lives. Croak. Look at this frog croaking. Some frogs' throats puff up when they make sounds. Each type of frog makes its own sound. The kokai frog is named after the sound it makes. It sounds like koki. This frog is the size of a quarter. Even small frogs can make loud noises. Frogs make different sounds for different reasons. Sometimes it's to warn other frogs of danger. Sometimes it's to call the frogs nearby. This frog lives around noisy waterfalls. Other frogs would not be able to hear its call, so it dances instead. It sticks out one leg and then the other. Can you dance like this frog? Frog food. What is a frog's favorite food? Usually it's insects. Frogs eat dragonflies and crickets and other bugs. Some frogs eat bigger animals like worms and mice. The American bullfrogs even eats other frogs. What's that pink flash? It's how a frog catches bugs. It shoots out its long sticky tongue at a passing bug. The frog pulls the bug into its mouth. If your tongue were as long as a frog's, it would reach to your belly button. It's a long tongue. Every size and color. Frogs can be many different sizes. The smallest frog is as big as a fingernail. The largest is as big as a rabbit. Micro frog. Goliath frog. Whew, it's a big frog. Frogs can be different colors too. Some are green or brown, others have stripes or spots. Frogs can be red, yellow, or orange. They can even be bright blue. Watch out, these colorful frogs may look pretty, but watch out. These frogs have poison in their skin. Their bright colors warn enemies not to eat them. Ooh. This little frog is only an inch long. Its name is Terribilis, which means the terrible one. How did it get that name? By being the most deadly frog of all. One Terribilis has enough poison to kill 20,000 mice. Whew. Oh, there's a little joke in here for you. Let's pause for the joke. What do stylish frogs wear? Jumpsuits. Frog babies. All frogs, even the terribilis, have mothers. Mother frogs lay eggs. When the eggs are ready, out pops a tadpole. Tadpoles are baby frogs, but they don't look like frogs yet. Tadpoles have tails and they live only in the water. Tadpoles grow up to be frogs. At first, they breathe underwater with gills. Then they grow lungs for breathing air. Then they grow legs for hopping and swimming. And finally, in 3 months, they lose their tails. It's time to hop out of the water. This is for a bullfrog is the end one. Toads are frogs too. What are the differences between toads and frogs? Frog, toad. Toads are a type of frog. Frogs spend most of their lives around water. Toads spend more time on dry land. Their bodies are built for where they live. So frogs, moist and smooth. Some frogs are poisonous. They have teeth in the upper jaw, long, powerful jumping legs. Most frogs have webbed hind feet and eggs laid in clusters or in groups, whereas a toad has no teeth. His eyes do not bulge out from the body. A poison gland is located behind each eye. It is dry and bumpy, short legs for walking, eggs laid in long chains. But a few toads give birth to live young. That's cool. Super frogs. A fake face fools enemies when this frog turns around. Any frog can jump, but watch me glide. Loud-mouthed frogs leaves enemies stunned. Aye! He is a master of disguise. Do you see him there? So, here is our glossary. Croak is the deep, hoarse noise that a frog makes. Gills, the body parts on the side of fish or tadpoles through which it breathes. That's in water. Habitat is the natural place where a plant or animal lives, and poison is something that can kill or hurt living